So feel free to reach out to myself or anyone on my team for any group health assistance. Just a few housekeeping items before I hand this over. There is a chat feature on the right that you can ask questions, anything that you need, and also a handout section with any resources available for you to download at any point. So now that we have that out of the way, I'm excited to have Greg Schlatter, the Vice President for Sales at New Benefits, here to go over how to use new benefits during the fourth quarter rush. So without further ado, thank you again for joining us, and take it away, Greg.
All right. Thank you, Elise. And hello, everyone. We're excited to be a part of the URL program and all the wonderful people associated with the URL's brokerage agency. New Benefits is a company that makes things better. In the old days, there was an advertisement say, you don't know our name, but we make everything you use better. And that's kind of what we do. And we're going to review a few of the benefit packages we've put together for URL for your open enrollment season. As everyone knows, if you never bring anything new to an account, you're considered old, and you need to have something new and fresh and exciting and things up to date than what employees are looking for your accounts and what group accounts are looking for. The day of just letting renewals renew kind of is gone, and now the competition is getting pretty severe right now, especially with the competition from just BORs out there. You need to stay fresh because if people can't get what they want from you, or they don't think you have what they want, they tend to keep looking, and you don't even know it until it happens. So we're going to review a few things that can help you keep you in the game and keep you more competitive out there and make your value proposition even more exciting. So all of our benefits that we're going to review today are non-insurance benefits, and that doesn't mean we don't play in the insurance world. Most of our plans are usually bolt alongside renewals of insurance just to make them better. As we all know, in the past 10 years, health premiums have not gone down, they've gone up, and employers are trying to mitigate that by keeping the price low, but what does the employee get? Higher deductibles. So they're losing a lot of first dollar benefits, and that's where we come into play. So a lot of our benefits are considered services, not insurance. And we're going to review those as we move through the presentation. But what I do mean by they're not insurance, they're services. For example, one product that you're familiar with, I'm sure out there, is telemedicine. That's not an insurance policy. It's a service that's usually sometimes embedded inside an insurance policy. So we would deliver those type of benefits to make things better. So we have plans like that can be delivered to part-time employees, which is a big trouble spot for employers today. But then we also deliver other services like nurse lines, access to dental networks, vision networks. So we really get in the game as far as benefits go, but our pricing is a fraction of the cost of insurance because we're not insurance. We deliver services through networks and whatnot through the presentation. I'm going to try to toggle. There we go. So a little bit about new benefits. We're one of the largest DMPOs in the country. We're not small by any stretch of the imagination. DMPO is an acronym for a discount medical plan organization. We have millions of people that have access to one or more of our benefits. And we're a nationwide aggregator of non-insurance benefits. When I say nationwide aggregator, sometimes we will own the network. Sometimes we will partner with networks and include them in our benefit booklet. When we partner with networks, we usually deliver a wholesale rate, kind of like the actuarial table, and then those get marked up for commissions. So we are an aggregator of non-insurance benefits on a wholesale platform, which should be very attractive to everyone out there because we're not a typical. Here's the plan, and here's the commission. We built that in very thoughtfully with URL and come up with some really robust programs available. We have recently created a B2C platform. So for those organizations that have a large penetration of non-benefit eligible employees, we can deliver benefits to them through a web platform as well, where they can purchase plans using their own credit card and debit card as well. We have portals where they can log into. My Benefits Work was our mobile application, whether you're on Apple or Android. Then we have a desktop application as well. And then we also provide customer service through our call center in Dallas, Texas as well. All the benefits that you will sell will be, we will we will actually mail a benefit booklet and ID card directly to the employee's house, or we can deliver them to the employer and they can disseminate them if they want to. So the booklets will go out in the mail to them, and they will have instructions on how to log into our portal, also information about the benefits that they have and whatnot. So all of those, so we're a full service company. Everything is in-house. We do all the printing and whatnot in-house as well. Today we're going to talk about 5 benefit programs that we put together with URL. One is called the Health Boost Plan, a mental health component, family building, family pet care plan, and an identity theft plan that's available. I'm going to test my skill set on the web meeting here, and I'm going to try to show you I'm going to try to share my screen with just a portal that we have available. So bear with me, Elise. I'm going to try and pull this off.
You're fine.
All right. So we have developed also a landing page for URL and its brokers that can have quick access to proposals, video links, and whatnot. And the web address is info.newbenefits.com/URL portal. And our password would be to log into that would be URL portal as well. And then you'll see the benefit packages that are listed right there. So maybe you wanted to propose on the fly. It's 10 o'clock on a Wednesday night, and you got a proposal Thursday, and you realize they want some sort of benefits that's added on to their group plans. We can certainly do that. You can click this link, and it'll download a proposal, an open enrollment flyer, our list bill agreement, and we also include videos that can be shown to the employer to give you a little bit more rather than requesting them to read everything. You can actually give them a short 3 to 5 minute video, and that will help them educate them on what it is.
It looks like we have somehow lost Greg. I'm going to give him a minute or two to see if he was going to be logging back in. I apologize, everybody, for this. It looks like he's coming back on now. So again, we'll see Greg in a moment. There he is.
There we go. All right. So yeah, sorry about that. I accidentally clocked out. So so anyway, that was our landing page. That will be displayed on the PowerPoint that Elise will circulate to you, and the credentials will be. I'll go back to the front screen right there. And right down at the bottom, this is how you log into that URL portal and learn more about the benefits that are associated with each different package. So as we move forward, we're going to talk real quickly about the Health Boost package. A lot of employers today are looking for a baseline dental, vision, chiropractic, and alternative medicine plan. I know some of you may offer dental insurance, vision insurance, but sometimes those dollars can be reallocated to something more meaningful to you. For example, life insurance or disability or whatnot. And dental just kind of gets in the way, and it takes away some of that employee spend money or employers spend money. Most of you realize that a good dental plan will run in a group setting, maybe $30, $50 a month. If a person were to buy it on his own outside of a group plan, it might even be as much as $100 a month. Well, what we've done is we've aligned ourselves with Aetna Dental Access, which is their PPO network for dentistry, and provide a benefit for them. All of our benefits are family. So the employee, their spouse, and their children can also use the benefits. But we rounded out the package to include vision benefits, which include eyeglasses, eyewear, contact lenses, and appointments at local opticians across the country. chiropractic network, and alternative medicine. So we're going to touch on that. I will go back. The entire bundle for an entire family is only $6.95 per month for a family. So you can see if you added all of those benefits together, you're probably well into 50, 60, 70 bucks a month under insurance plan. Since we're not insurance, we offer access to the networks at discounted rates. We have our rates are a fraction of what that is. So the Aetna Dental Access is a nationwide provider of dentist service across the country. They have hundreds of thousands of dentists across the country sprinkled in that they've received contracts with to basically accept PPO rates. And for example, these are national averages. A typical oral exam at a dentist's office would be $70 here on the screen. The Aetna Dental Access cost would be $35, so it's over half off for that procedure, and so they would save $35. Well, if it's a family of four, a spouse and two children, now you've saved over $140, and that's way, you've already saved more just on an oral exam than the entire bundle cost for the entire year. It's immediate benefits, so orthodontia is included, and the average orthodontia set of braces for a child these days is really running around $5,500 or more from a local dentist. Our average with Aetna Dental Access has been around $3,600. So you can see immediate savings right there. They can purchase the benefit card in August and have their braces starting to put on, sign the agreements in August for that benefit with that dentist. So that's the first benefit. What I would consider the anchor product within that benefit bundle is access to dentistry at a very, very low cost. It doesn't really break the bank for the employer, nor does it break the bank if it's a voluntary payroll deduction. We also include our coast-to-coast vision benefit that we own this network of opticians across the United States. We provide discounts on eyeglasses, eyewear, whether it's name brand or generic versions, but then also unlimited access to contact lenses. And we have literally probably the best rates on contact lenses out there in the country. The reason is we use it to support our vision plan, and we're not retailing it out to make a profit on it. So basically our markup only consists of the shipping charges and whatnot, because we want people to offer our vision benefit to the employees. And so Vision Network is included with that $695 family rate. Again, it's eyeglasses, eye exams, prescription eyewear, mail order contacts, even LASIK surgery is included in that. Then inside each benefit booklet, we give employees access to how to locate a provider in their area so they can find the appropriate network doctor or optician. We recognize that people today are they're sitting more at chairs at the offices all the time. They're not getting enough exercise, and they have bad backs. And so we have included our chiropractic benefit that we actually own as well. And again, employees can locate providers near them and get discounts on their chiropractic care throughout anytime, day or night. And there are no limitations on chiropractic. If you want to go once a year or 45 times a year, you can do that and receive the same discount at the local chiropractic provider. And then we also include alternative medicine, which includes yoga, Tai Chi, smoking cessation. You've got migraine headaches. Over 37% of adults today use alternative medicine and are looking for ways to save money on those specialties. Well, we now have a network of alternative medicine specialists that employees can go to and access them and receive nice, tidy discounts on those services. So what you're really doing today, if you put this plan inside of a group account, is you're making a friend with that employee and that HR director, because anytime you can save employees money, that's money in their wallet. It used to be the old adage is senior citizens are on fixed income. I think we can all attest to the fact that we're all on fixed incomes, and anytime you can lower that cost inside your paycheck that's going home, the better off you are. And that's really the exciting things about it. We've had a lot of testimonials from employees that call into our call center and say, this is awesome. I've referred my broker to 4 other of my friends and took it to their businesses and where they work and installed the plan. So this could be a soft sell referral program for you as well. So anyway, that's the health benefit boost package, $695 per month for the entire family. Just so kind of some house cleaning on how it works, we bill in arrears to the group account. So if they sign up January or July 1st, let's say, we would receive eligibility files for them, and then the first bill would be generated on August 2nd or 3rd and due on August 20th. All adds and deletes are processed by the end of the month in July, and then they would be taken off that bill, and the employer would not be paid for that. The next benefit is a very, very robust best benefit package, I guess would say, is a very robust mental well-being package. It includes a lot of things that under the sun for mental health. And that is probably the most asked about item today. There's a lot of people thinking they have mental health benefits in their portfolio because they got some EAP plan that speaks to it, has it down in paper, but really doesn't deliver the goods. We've had, people and testimonials from other brokers from around the country say my EAP let my company down. Employees were having issues and weren't able to deal with them. It was just a mess. They were wanting to talk to a therapist. They couldn't. They were talking to counselors. And it was just one thing after another. Well, we put together a very robust mental health program. So anything under the sun mental that an employee or their spouse needs to have access to, we provide through our package here. The first and most important item is access to therapy. There's 3 ways people need access for mental health. One, they need self-help tools. The other one is they need to just talk to a counselor on the fly. And then thirdly, they really need to speak to a therapist. They need to set up appointments and have a session with the therapist ongoing each month or whatever the therapist chooses. And they can have access to these therapists at any time. So we put together a program with Teledoc through their mental health component. And there's 2 ways you can deliver this benefit inside this package. You can select a 0 per session fee. I mean, literally 0 cost to set up a therapy session with a licensed behavior analyst, or the employer can choose to say it's a $25 per session fee. The rate is a little bit lower, and it has the employee have some skin in the game as well. The most popular one is a $25 per session fee that employers typically will offer their employees because they do want to have their employees to have some skin in the game, because just because they have a fight with their spouse, it doesn't mean they need therapy. They might need to just talk to a counselor or whatever. So that is how it's set up. But you, the broker, are in charge of which you want to offer that employer, whether it's a 0 therapy session or a $25 therapy per session fee, and that is billed to the employee. Now the other benefit, and that's just one benefit inside our mental health package. The next one would be our Life Speak, and that would be more for a self-help. People just has questions about their mental well-being, their mental health. They might be dealing with childhood bullying at school. It could be workplace issues. It could be how do you get over your deceased parent who was your best friend for your entire life? How to deal with anxiety, stresses at work. And that's a self-help library that people can log into our portal and pop up short educational blogs and videos from professionals in that space, just to give you tips on how to deal with life in general that seems to be getting out of control. One example in particular was an employer called us up and said they really appreciated this benefit because an employee in their office had their pet died, and the employees were kind of laughing at the person because he was depressed rather than understanding the stresses and anxiety go with the loss of a family member, such as a pet. And he played one of the videos for the entire company, and it kind of gave a wake-up call to everybody saying, a pet is a family member, and you need to respect that, and really kind of change the culture of that workplace from, everybody kind of flying off and making fun of people of, your cat died or dog died, whatever it is, get over it, to being more compassionate. So LifeSpeak is a wonderful benefit. It's a self-help tool that people can log into and get help as they need it. And then we do have access into our counseling sessions. So sometimes people need help right now. It's 4 o'clock in the morning, and they're dealing with issues. Maybe their spouse ran out the door. They don't know if they're coming back, or they've just given up. Something happened in their life and they can't deal with it, and they need to talk to a counselor. So master degree counselors are standing ready to provide that information and that listen, basically listen to their issues and provide guidance in how that works. So it's 24/7 access to counseling through that benefit. So we really kind of, broke the code on how to deliver real mental health to employees. Some questions we have: will a therapist get in the car and drive to their house and have sessions, or can the person get in their car and drive across town to have a session? No. The mental health therapy is really the way people want to have their therapy today. That would be, don't want to get in the car, don't go into an office. They really want to have an example, a secure Zoom meeting kind of with a therapist, so they can talk with them right across, their table in the comfort of their own home, and deal with that. Or they can pick up the phone and call a counselor, or be on their laptop at night dealing with whatever ails them on a self-help through our stress. So the mental well-being package does include the alternative medicine, because sometimes people just need to shake it off, get loose, get some acupuncture, tai chi, or yoga, or whatever, just to kind of stretch it out and kind of get a different outlook on life. And that's why we do include that alternative medicine benefit inside that package, so they can actually get out and make changes in their life to feel better about themselves. So the pricing on this is outstanding, considering the strong benefits that you have. All benefits are unlimited. So if you need to be with a therapist for 2 years, you're good. If you need to be, a lot of benefit plans say you get 3 sessions and you're on your own and you're paying, hundreds of dollars. This is choose a $0 per session fee or a $25 per session fee on mental health. And that's the pricing on a PEPM basis. The counseling benefit is a no-cost call to the counselor, as well as logging into our self-help bundle as well. That's a no-cost item as well. So the only thing that really is, you need to decide if the employee wants to have a $0 per session fee or a $25 per session fee. We have to break them out into 50 plus enrolled and 50 and under 50 enrolled. The way the pricing is, just because sometimes you get adverse selection in the lower groups. So, but you can deliver if you got a 50 life case and employer paid. You can deliver this entire bundle to that employer for $10.35 a month PEPM, and have a $25 per session fee. If they want to go a little bit higher and have a $0, it'd be $11.45. So it's a solid mental health and well-being plan. So the third bundle we want to talk about is most people. The data is over 65% of the people now own pets, and most own more than one. And they're looking for pet care, pet insurance, pet something. Help me out here. My vet is expensive. My pills are expensive. I worry about my dog. He's out playing in the yard. He gets a cut paw. Do I take him to the vet and spend $100 to have him look at it? What do I do? So we put together a family pet well-being package for employees to access. No matter how many pets they have, whether it's 13 dogs, 10 cats, and a parakeet and a gerbil, the cost is $8.10 per month for the entire amount of pets they have in the home. First thing in this bundle includes pet telehealth, something new. This is where people save a ton of money. A lot of times people's pet vets are not accessible, and they don't know who to call, and they've got issues. The dog has swallowed something, or again, cut their foot, or twisted their ankle, or whatever, and they need help. So they can get on the phone 24/7 and speak to a pet telehealth vet specialist, and they'll pick up the phone and walk you through it. About a large percentage of the cases never require that pet to have to go to the vet and spend money. A lot of times they just need help. For example, maybe they cut their paw open. Do they need to go to the vet for that? The answer is typically not. The vet will, the pet televet will, similar to the vet, when you get to the vet's office, will say you just tape it up, and they heal faster than a person's tongue does, actually. Or my pet's acting kind of funny. He's got behavioral issues. They'll walk you through that and how to change the behavior of your pet as well. Or maybe they swallowed something. How will that pass? Or maybe they got into the cat food and they're a dog. Well, what's going to go on there? Or maybe they had one testimonial where a dog got in the owner's trash that the trash man hadn't picked up for 3 days yet, and ate a expired chicken. and is he going to get sick? So all those things, all those calls that go to the pet telehealth, and they walk them off the cliff and realize that nothing's going to harm that dog for whatever reason that was. And if there is an issue that goes on, they will direct them to their family veterinarian. We do include a vet network. A lot of people sometimes are not pleased with their vet. Sometimes they are, and that's fine. They may not need this benefit tucked inside, but it's a part of it if they need a vet, or maybe they're traveling out of town with their pet, and they need to find a local pet to a provider that's 400 miles away. Well, now you have access to a vet network that has discounted services for vets across the United States. But it also, they'll save 25% on everything done in-house, and also take 25% off of things like petrx.com, prescriptions, preventive toys, supplies, and that includes a keep things safe with a 24/7 lost pet recovery service that is included with that. And then they get a nice discount on pen paws if they want to join that program. So anyway, so it includes not pet telehealth, but also access to pet vets across the country. Then we do include a shopping service that includes discounts not only on pet toys and doggytreats.com and all the things that are done online, but also access to shopping for the employees that they would want. Could be theme parks, could be restaurants, 50% off restaurants, could be, Disneyland, whatever. You can log in and get discounts on things across the country through basically a whole myriad of online stores across the United States. So Instant Deals is a wonderful plan. All you do is pop it up on your phone, show the vendor your code, and you get the discount. It's that easy. So we do include Instant Deals along in the pet telehealth plan because they do match up very, very favorably. So again, the family pet well-being package for all pets in the home, and also has some people benefits included, is only $8.10 a month for the entire litter of pets at your home. So, I don't know if anybody out there has priced pet insurance, but it's typically for a single pet, like a dog, could be as high as $35, $40 per month. So if a family owned couple of dogs and a cat, your spend is well over $100 a month. So, and that may not be in their wallet to spend. So $8.10 for all the pets in the house to have these type of benefits. You really need to bring this to your HR directors when you're on your renewals and say, hey, we have a pet program that's out of sight. It's $8.10 for all pets in the home. And they will probably say, let's do it. Because it's just no reason not to. The next benefit I want to talk to you about is family building. With the advent of people needing two incomes to support themselves, to live in the home they want, the husband and wife is working all the time. They usually are plowing away. They get married, they're plowing away and both have jobs. And around age 39, 40, 41, they wake up and say, where's the kids? Then they look around on their floor and they have a bunch of pets. And so then they have troubles starting their family. So we put together a family building and support program that is really amazing. And it's $6.05 a month. And it provides an enormous amount of benefit to that employee. Fertility, surrogacy, and adoption, as well as work-life services and caregiver support, meaning caregiver for children, not just seniors and whatnot. So the family building and support plan, the first anchor product is fertility, surrogacy, and adoption. Now this provides guidance for employees over the phone, talking to a professional, from I'm thinking about starting my family all the way to I have my family at home. I have my child at home. They get really in depth into the roadmap to how to get there, whether you need fertility issues, you need a surrogate, or you need to adopt. They take you that entire roadmap and provide strong discounts along the way, including things like in fertility, you're really dealing with very expensive genetic testing. You want to have good outcomes. You always hear of people having quadruplets or quintuplets. And it's because they didn't get the formula right in the genetic testing. Sometimes the more babies you have, some of the problems that come along with different issues at birth. And if you're looking for a child, you need to get that testing right. And this proprietary network of professionals generally will get that right and get you the outcome that you seek. And so this is typically sold, has been sold in large self-funded cases, 1,000, 2,000, 5,000 employees. But we're able to bring this down into the small group market for those organizations that got a lot of, a lot of employees in that child building era where they're looking how do I, build my family, and how do I do it responsibly and safely without having to deal with things. And they just, rather than going to Google or going to a friend and say, what did they do? And well, a friend of a friend of a friend did this. You actually have a resource to communicate with and get the entire roadmap from start to finish through the system. So the program is put together with Win Fertility, one of the largest fertility networks in the United States, and we bring that down into the small group market. We also include work-life services, which is a concierge services where employees can call and get everything answered under the sun. It could be daycare for their children, maybe camps in their area, or college education for their children, perhaps, or they need a place for mom and they need to vet out some assisted living, nursing homes, and they don't have the time to do that. And generally they try to squeeze it in at work. Well, you don't have to do that anymore. Work-life services we've put together with Aetna, which is one of the finest work-life services institutions available. Pick up the phone, you speak to the professional, tell them what you're seeking. They do all the work for you and deliver you a packet on what you need. I mean, it gets as granular as I broke my leg and I need a dependable lawn service to come mow my yard, 6 times in the next 6 weeks. They can deliver those type of goods. So it's an entire range. They're basically employee concierge. You should advertise that when you put this in a group often, and employees, so they pick up the phone and get their answers, get their answers to their questions they have. Work-life services is a wonderful benefit. We put this in a lot of blue-collar and white-collar groups. We just put one in a law firm out in California. They all need these type of services. And we provide a caregiver support benefit where, again, people, whether they have elderly parents or they have young children, need access to some sort of caregiver information. Maybe an employee is overwhelmed. They have, 3 kids at home. They're both working 2 jobs. Daycare is a difficult. They're having a hard time finding the time to get to the store. They just can't organize themselves because they're always in a panic mode, so to speak. So this will provide guidance to those people on, hey, let's talk about your life and let's try to organize this and help you. Typically, people will turn to their spouse and say, I'm overwhelmed, and it ends up in a fight rather than help. And because they're always wanting somebody else to do something else. And it's really just organizing and shuffling the deck a little bit differently. So provides access into caregiver, companions if you need them for mom or dad if they're getting elderly, as well as it also includes a law assured document, which allows people to download bill of sales, healthcare directives, durable power of attorneys, and things like that. So all that is built within the family's building and support program. Again, it's only $6.05 a month. That'd be something you would ask the HR director. Is any of your employees, you think there's a large percentage of your employees looking for family building and support? And if so, this would be the bundle to give them. It truly would be. It's an amazing benefit. We get a lot of take on this type of service as well. And then finally, the last thing we have is we offer LifeLock and their benefit at a wonderful rate. We have an individual and a family plan. This includes Norton with their VPN service and ID protection, and it's $885 for an individual and $1429 a month for a family. So we do offer the LifeLock benefit. A lot of employers are looking for ID theft for their employees. All employees think they have it when they really don't. It's through their credit card or whatever it is. There's really, getting an alert saying you had your ID stolen is nothing like saying somebody calling you up and say your ID was stolen and I'm going to fix it for you. And that's the main difference here. LifeLock is the number one brand out there, and you can bring in a number one brand to your group accounts as well. But it includes, a whole myriad of things. Social media monitoring, for example. You got your kids at home, they're on the social media. You want to make sure they're not getting, enticed or bullied or whatever it is. It'll help monitor that and alert you if something's going awry. Home title monitoring is included. You hear that all the time where people get their title stolen to their home and they know they don't own it and they got to fight to get it back. Credit bank, utility freezes, address changes, dark web, sex offender registries, and $1 million guarantee that protects you in case your ID does get stolen. You got $1 million of money taken out of your bank account, 401k. That's all protected under the LifeLock benefit plan. So very, very important product to incorporate. So these are 5 products that you can take out to your group accounts. We do have customization available. So just speak to Elise or your representative at URL and say, hey, I like this benefit and that benefit and these 2 packages. Can you put them together and make one? The answer would be yes. They would get with my team and we would reprice that and get you the appropriate price for that. And but we can do customization as well. All the benefits are available on desktop and our mobile application. Our mobile application does include a secure wallet, so they can take pictures of your insurance ID cards that you give them and have them available to you 24/7. It also has a place where URL can upload plan documents of your insurance plan so they can refer to their plan summary right off their telephone and not have to log into a bunch of different portals and whatnot. So it's a very sophisticated yet simple, user-friendly way to access their benefits. So again, all the benefits will be tucked inside a benefit booklet and ID card. They're offered under employer paid basis as well as employee paid if needed. Most of the benefit plans that we sell are typically employer paid. Once they understand the full benefit of the packages, employers are usually pleased to go out and bring something new. Because, for example, we had one testimonial in not long ago where employer had to raise the deductible by a substantial amount to keep the pricing proper for employees to afford it for their families. So when they raised the deductible, they threw in a couple of these benefits for not a lot of money to their employees and kind of offset that sting of deductibles. Because here you're really providing first dollar benefits to those employees. And that worked out real well for the employer as well as for the employee. We don't have any participation requirements on voluntary business. The only thing we require is a minimum list bill of $50. That gets down in the really smaller group accounts for you. But our wheelhouse is probably in the 250 range. It seems to be where most brokers send us business. But we do our share of the 10s, 20s, and 30 and 50 life cases as well. So all of that. So a quick review: the Health Boost Plan, which is Aetna, the dental, vision, alternative medicine, chiropractic benefit is $695 a month for a family. The pricing for the mental health plan is dependent upon whether you want to have a therapy session free or $25 per session fee, but all the other benefits are at no cost. Other than alternative medicine, that's a discounted rate, of course, for acupuncture, Tai Chi, or whatever. Family building is only $6.05 a month. So, I mean, you're seeing a lot of benefits here underneath $10. And that's really the price point where people can't afford, want to afford, and will pay for. Now, on any of our benefits, the last thing I want to get into is our complementary benefits. We will allow you to add at no cost, up to you. It's up to the broker. We can include discounts on a prescription card, on pharmacy benefits. We have probably the best prescription drug card out there. We pull in data from over 12 PBMs across the country, which no one else has done, providing the lowest cost on each prescription that you'll find. So this is not, most of the time it will outperform an insurance prescription card for sure, and it certainly will outperform cards like GoodRx or things like that, because we've spent a lot of money making the best prescription benefit available. But we also provide discounts on diabetic supplies, lab testing, MRI, CT scans, vitamins, durable medical equipment, hearing aids. But then we have travel discounts that I use all the time, and I'm a cheapskate, and I like hotels.com as good as anybody, but our travel site's usually better. Deals where you get discounts on shopping, of course, and a cashback program where you can consolidate credit cards and get more reward points and money from your credit cards than your existing ones do. So you keep the ones you have, but you just get more on top of that. So again, that's the benefit packages we have for fourth quarter that we put together with the fine people at URL. If there's any questions, at least that come across, certainly let me know. Otherwise, you can circulate this PowerPoint presentation to the group and we can go from there. And just anybody that has questions, just drop me a note. I'm all in. I want to help.
Thank you, Greg, for doing this presentation. It was very informational. And yeah, if anyone has any questions, we will give a couple minutes just to see if anything popped up. I didn't see anything in the Q&A, so that must mean that you explained everything pretty thoroughly, and so that is great. And sorry, Elise had to leave due to an emergency, so I am filling in for her in the last couple minutes of this. So if anyone has any questions for Greg, or can't think of any right now, and then later have questions, let us know. And then, yeah, we'll get this presentation out to everybody.
All right. And again, on the front page of that PowerPoint, I just want to let everybody know that there is a landing page that you really need to go to learn more about the benefit package. You can download a proposal, kind of get the feeling of that, watch a short video about each one of the benefit package, and I think you'll understand what we put together with URL and how good it is.
Okay. Well, thank you so much again, Greg. Appreciate you taking the time to go over everything with us. And if anyone doesn't have any questions at the time, then thank you again for participating in this, and have a great rest of your day.
All right. Thank you.
Thank you.